Hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? Thought I'd best make a video of the Oreck XL Classic, which we have been using actually for some of May. May's vacuum isn't going too well, mainly because I don't like the DC40, so I've left it at my mum's for now, so we've been using this. And it's not horrific, it's not brilliant either. This is my first ever Oreck. I have always fancied having a go with one, but they weren't ever cheap enough. And obviously I got this for £3 at the car boot sale, and I'll be honest, I'm quite glad it is £3 because it's not fantastic. It's not bad, I can see it being good for commercial use, but apart from a very quick whip round, it's not the best, I'll be honest. So, it does work very well though. Where to start, really? Well, let's have a look at the bag. This is the bag that it came with. Now, this is terribly dusty in here. Here we go. Yeah, it needs a wash. Can these go through the washing machine? If anybody could comment, that would be great. Otherwise, it might have to be hand washed, and I'm not sure if that would work or not. So we'll take the paper bag out just to get it out of the way. It's not a genuine bag. I don't have genuine bags, but this came with it. These will be fine. Although obviously it looks like that could be what's caused all of that. That air freshener is very dead. Very dead indeed. Now, I have watched a video where somebody takes this bag off. I'm not quite sure how it was done. I think they just pulled it up, didn't they? There we go. Whoop, tip back. It's very top heavy. Very top heavy indeed. Oh, there we go, look. That just comes off there. Oh yes, I haven't released the spring at the bottom. Hang on. Pop you straight. There we go. So there's that. Like I said, I would like to wash that, if possible. There's that part looking quite disgusting. So what's underneath? Well, this is the state of the underside. Again, that's quite disgusting. Look, it's coming off in chunks. This is such a soft brush roll. I have no idea if it's supposed to be this soft, but it is. Like I say, it sweeps okay, but I wouldn't call it good. Now let's undo the screws, because I did see some chap, I had watched a YouTube video where some bloke did take it off. Oh, here's the spare belt. It did come with the spare belt. There it is, look. So that's cool. We can see if that needs replacing as well. Just because, why the devil not? I'll say this is more of an intrigue vacuum for me, because I've watched the Oreck infomercials with David Oreck, as I'm sure quite a few collectors have, for reasons slightly unbeknown to me, but I watched them. They obviously made them look very good, and now I've used this one. Looking at the demo carpets that they used, it was very loose pile, wasn't it? And I imagine that's why. Now I think they just pulled the base up on the U2 video. Well, I don't think I've released the screws enough. Hang on. Yeah. Let me get them all out and together. So yeah, here is inside our Oreck. It's, yeah, let's see if we can chip some of this off, just to make it a little bit nicer. I should have got a flat blade really. This crosshead isn't working too well. This has obviously been used in a damp environment prior to me getting it from the car boot. It doesn't work badly, I'll be honest. I imagine it works as fine as it should. They obviously just didn't like it. Although I do have the perfect lined up person for it once I get it refurbished. My aunt needs a very lightweight vacuum cleaner, and to complement her Dyson, and I thought this would fit the bill very well indeed. So it's a dirty fan machine, I think, which would make sense. Let's have the belt out just to see if it needs changing. I'm not sure if it does, to be fair, because the brush roll does spin fine. Yeah, no, look at that, the belt's not barely stretched at all. In fact, look, even the writing's fine. So we won't change the belt. Ooh, that's looking a bit disgusting. Let's see if we can have some of this off, just to improve matters. Hang on. Scrapey, scrapey. Oh, blimey. This hasn't been too well looked after, has it? Wonder what other interesting things I'll find. Let's just shake that out. There we go. So the motor spins smoothly. That's interesting, because I know that some of these did have a sort of foot pedal on them, whereas mine does have the one at the handle, which works quite well. Right, so that's got the belt on. Let's just have a quick look at the brush roll, which spins fine. I'll be honest, I'm not going to de-hair it all now. I don't know if you can get to the bearings on this. I probably won't buy a new brush roll just because I don't want to spend the money, I'll be honest. It does work. I don't think it needs a new brush roll. I don't think... Are new brush rolls any stiffer? Or are they quite a soft, bristled machine anyway? From what I've read, they are a soft, bristled machine in general, so I don't think a new brush roll will help tremendously, I'll be honest. Right, let's pop this back on. It's still got its rubber blade, which is good. Hopefully with a good clean, that metal base plate should come back to life. It certainly isn't rusty. The screws are a little bit, I might be able to buff those off with a wire wheel, hopefully. Oh, I haven't got the bumper on right. Uh-oh. Off it comes again. Well, I'll just lift this end up. Let's tip it up so you can see what I'm doing at the very least. Right, so that needs to tuck. Undoing this one might help. That needs to tuck under there. Like so, that's a bit better. That's a bit better indeed. Should have got a better screwdriver out. This one's a little bit of a pain in the bum. But never mind. I prefer the longer one to a bit of torque, and we'll put the spare belt in there as well, just in case. So that's the underneath of it. Now, I have read about these. You have to twist to unlock them, and then, and if I lay this down, that's another pain about this machine. You can't push it backwards because the wheels are so indented that by the time you push, you end up just reclining the machine anyway. So you can't push it room to room, although it's so light you probably don't need to. So that's not blocked. So that's cool. Yeah. And while we're here, we'll shake the bag out just to get the worst of the fluff out. Like I say, it'd be nice if I could machine wash this, but I don't know how that Oreck logo is going to fare. So I may not. If people say don't, I won't. If nobody comments, then I might still not. If somebody says it's fine, I mean, I can put it on a delicate wash. It doesn't have to be a long wash. It's not disgusting. It's just dusty. Really, just want to get the dust off. That'd be cool. I presume that's on. Let's put the bag in. Like so. I won't put a new bag in it yet. Then I've got to slide that into there and clip that to there, and that should sort itself out. Oh, hang on, let me go out of shot for a second and move the bag up. That should sort itself out when it gets turned on. Just drop the cable and show you the handle, which you probably know about. It's got the, what do they call it? The helping hand, which is quite nice actually. It is nice to push. I'll give it that. It does go well. We best clean this mess up, haven't we? Before we go too much further. It was on this noisy thing, isn't it? Right, here we go. And despite the really soft brushes, it doesn't groom too badly. I mean, it's picked it all up. It's weird. It should be rubbish, but it's not too bad. I mean, I doubt it deep cleans, but it's pretty cool. I'm quite happy with it for my first Oreck. So we'll pop the bags back in the little pocket that I've been putting them in, like so. And have a quick look at this, which is something that I have had for a while. Hang on. There we go. I've had it for a while, and as soon as I bought this, I remembered I had it. Can't remember where I got it from, but there we go. XL2205RH, which is what this is. In fact, there it is. Does that just mean it's taller, perhaps? I think the bag even still says simply amazing. Like that one does, not the Celoc, whatever the hell that is. So, Oreck UK, down in Devon. So that's nice. Whether they still are, I don't know. I might have a look at that actually. Obviously it was made in the US, Long Beach, whatever that means, USA. Yeah, it doesn't really say anything that I haven't already worked out. Right, it shows how to replace a worn belt, but we went this way. I did the brushes. Yeah. Oh, your Oreck XL vacuum has a special fresh air tab pack. Ooh. I wonder if it's got one in it. I didn't know there was one. That's it. Ah, that's it there, isn't it? And there's not one there. Is that right? Yeah. No, we don't have one of those air fresheners, not even a dead one. And it will never see one again. Wonder if the UK phone number still works. So there we go, there's the instruction manual for it. I presume that's November 2001. Oh, talking of dates, I managed to date this. I found a thread on Vacuum Land. Here's the ratings plate as well. Obviously it's 230 volts, 50 hertz, 350 watts, so less than the Turbo Power 2. I think that was the 317th day of 2008. I haven't worked out what day that actually was. I'm not going to either. There we go. So Cooksville TM. Well, that says Johnson Road, Long Beach. Well, that's a bit of a cold. Where were they made? They don't even know themselves. So there we go. Anyway, there's my little Oreck. So we've been using this a fair bit actually. In fact, since I bought it, we've been using it. So yeah, Dyson, I'm afraid, hasn't really had much use here. Mum's been using it a lot, but I haven't. I really must bring it back and get it refurbished and gone. But there we go. Here is the before refurb video of the Oreck. I don't know when I'll get round to refurbishing it. Possibly quite soon. Because like I said, I do have somebody who would like it. My aunt's got really dodgy hips and can't put. She got a DC07 that I've rebuilt for her before, and she can't really push it around. So although she can and would, she wanted another lightweight vac just for sort of general daily use, and I reckon this would fit the bill quite well, because it is, they say you can lift it with your little finger, and they are, they are right, although that does actually still hurt. But then I can lift most stuff with my little finger, and I can probably lift this toy box with my little finger that's full of toys. So that's probably a little bit of a bullshit marketing speak, but it is very light. Ooh. Spat some crap out. So yeah, although you probably, it's like when they say the little cylinders can suck a bowling ball up. Well, I think most stuff can suck a bowling ball up, it's been proven. But for £3, I'm pleased with it. She'll be pleased with it. That's although she's quite short, so whether it's, because he's very tall. I'm 6'2", and that comes up to the top of my very fat belly. There we go. Here's our era. And it's nearly as tall as the Era. It's very tall. Sort of chopping that and moving the bracket down a bit. There's not a lot. Actually, yeah, you could just chop it. Re-drill that pilot hole further up. My stepdad might be able to do that for her, but... There we go, the Oreck XL Classic. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.